Hello students, I am Raghavan Kumar Singh, faculty of US Academy and Institute. Today we will discuss class 7th Civics 4th chapter, growing up as boys and girls. Being a boy or a girl is an important part of one's identity. The society we grow up in teaches us what kind of behavior is acceptable for girls and boys, what boys and girls can or cannot do. We often grow up thinking that these things are exactly the same everywhere. But do all societies look at boys and girls in the same way? That is not correct. The different role assigned to boys and girls prepare them for their future roles as men or women, and how inequalities between men and women emerges in the area of work. This enables us to understand that the process of socialization is not uniform. Instead, it is socially determined and changes. It is socially determined and changes continuously over time. And the fact that society assign different values to the roles men and women play at the work they do. Gender is a social construction through which the social and cultural roles of male and female are defined. Most of the societies value men and women differently. The role women play and the work they do are usually valued less than the roles men play and work they do. This clears the fact that men and women do not have the same status. Gender justice is an important issue to be highlighted. Now, growing up in Samoa in the 1920s. The Samoa Islands are one of the large group of small islands in the southern part of the Pacific Ocean. Till the 1920s, children in this island did not go to school. When the babies started walking on own, they were left under the care of their older brother and sisters. Children as old as 5 looked after their younger siblings. After attaining 9 years of age, boys joined the older boys for outdoor activities like fishing, planting coconut trees. However, girls continued looking after the younger ones. When girls became teenagers, that is 14 years of age, they were allowed more freedom as they could then go for fishing and plantation activities or help their mothers in cooking, etc. This is a report on a Samoa society. At a smaller age, they learned things such as how to take care of children or do household work from older children and from adults. Both boys and girls used to do household work. Now, growing up male in Madhya Pradesh in 1960s. In Madhya Pradesh, India, boys and girls had a different outlook. The school for boys are open while the one for girls were closed. Men and women do equal work, but it is not valued equal. Girls' school had a central courtyard where they played in total seclusion and safety from the outside world. The boys' school had no such courtyard, and their playgrounds was just a big space attached to the school. The girls always went in group because they also carried fear of being teased or attacked. Now, valuing housework. Many women work in offices and many do only household work. Valuing housework is an important element which needs to be propagated in society. If we look at the lives of domestic workers, they are involved in activities just like sweeping, cleaning, cooking, washing clothes and dishes, or looking after children. Most of these were women. A number of household work actually involves many different tasks. The work requires strenuous and physically demanding situation. The main responsibility for household work and caregiving tasks, such as looking after the family, lies with women. Yet the work that women do within the home is not recognized as work. It is also assumed that this work comes naturally to women. Therefore, women do not get paid for household work, and society devalues this work. Now, the lives of domestic workers. Household work involves many different tasks. A number of these tasks requires heavy physical work in both rural and urban areas. Women and girls fetch water, carry heavy head loads of firewood, perform tasks like washing clothes, cleaning, sweeping, and picking up loads require bending, lifting, and carrying. The work women do is hard and physically demanding. It's very time consuming also. If you add up the household work and the work women do outside the home, you find that women spend much more time working than men and have much less time for themselves. Now, the women's work and equalities. Equality is an important principle of our constitution, which says that being male or female should not become a reason of discrimination. The Indian Constitution says that there should not be any discrimination based on sex, but in reality, inequality between the sexes exists. Therefore, it has to be dealt not just at the individual level or the family, but just by the government. Some of the actions taken by the governments are to promote girls' education. The government has set up Anganwadis or child care centers in several villages in the country. The government has passed laws that make it mandatory for organizations that have more than 30 women as an employee to provide crèche facilities. While the constitution of our government has introduced measures just like crèche facilities to help to take up employment outside the home, we find distinctions between boys and girls in our societies. This begins at a very young age. Boys are often taught to be tough and serious, while girls are taught to be soft and mild. Boys are given toys like cars, guns to play with, while girls are seen playing with dolls. These toys became a way of telling children that they will have different futures when they became men and women. Most societies value men and women differently. The role women play and the work they do are usually valued less than the roles men play and work they do. This clears the fact that men and women do not have the same status. If a woman is a housewife, it is often said that she does not work. But the reality is that it is always the woman who bears the main responsibility for housework and caregiving tasks like looking after the family. As she does not earn money by doing this task, her work is not recognized. The term household work involves many different tasks which requires heavy physical work. In both rural and urban areas, women and girls carry heavy head loads of firewood. Household work also involves washing clothes, cleaning, sweeping, and cooking foods, etc. for their family. All these works are very tough. Still, women do them every day. They do not complain or show any anguish on their face. The work of women is time consuming too. They do not have much time for leisure. Many women nowadays work both inside and outside the home. This is often referred to as the double burden. Women bear this double burden very skillfully and efficiently. A crèche facility which enables parents to leave their children while they are at work and where children go are provided with a stimulating environment for their holistic development.